I have a long time history with Kazakhstan. It began 11 years ago when I was 18. I was just browsing some magazines and I saw the Kazakhstan flag. For me, still the most beautiful flag in the world because of the colors, because of the eagle and the sun. It has a lot of symbols to me, and it's a very nice looking flag. So I was surprised to see such a nice looking flag and not being able to know which country it was from. So I made some research. I discovered about Kazakhstan, but when I was making some research about the country, I didn't find a lot of information. So I was more like intrigued, and I was looking forward to have more information about the country. And then I found about the culture, the language, the Kazakh people, and I got very interested in all these things. I turned 29, now I'm 29 years old, and I thought to myself, is it really what I want to do? I was working in an American company in France. It was a good job, but in a little city, nothing to do, like the same every day. I got bored of this life, and I wanted something bigger, something like more ambitious. So I just remember that I had always this passion for Central Asia, for Kazakhstan. So at some point I just decided to maybe first go there. So my first trip to Kazakhstan was last summer during the expo. It was a perfect time to go there. I visited Almaty and the Sharin Canyon and like the south of Kazakhstan. Then I went to Astana, and in Astana I visited the expo mainly in the city, and I like instantly fell in love with the shape of the city, with the style of the city. For me, this is a unique place in the world. When I went back to France after the second trip, I made a decision. I took a decision. I decided to just go there for a third time and try to live there. So I arrived for the third time in February, during winter. A lot of people, they don't like the weather of Astana, but for me it was okay. Like, I had a lot of warm clothes. And what I especially liked was that it was covered by snow. It was white everywhere. For me, it was like a magical place. For the moment, I'm just, like enjoying my stay. I'm learning Russian and Kazakh in language centers as much as possible. Sis shai isi sizbie aldi kofimie. Apa min shai de jarse krimin. Min die moalimin. Berak instituta sabak beremin. Soleima. Sis mualim sizbie. Mini shishem di akim di mualim. Oral instituta istede. I love learning languages. Even at that time, I was already learning a lot of languages. So Kazakh was a new one, and I love the sound of it. I was listening to songs.
Единение, брлик.
Да, ok.
C'est-à-dire l'unité. Et c'est pourquoi il y a les différentes cultures, différents restaurants du monde.
C'est vrai que Astana et le Kazakhstan, c'est un symbole de communauté. Il y a une centaine de communautés qui vivent au Kazakhstan, notamment des Kazakhs, des Russes, mais aussi des Allemands, des Coréens, des Tatars.
А ты знаешь, сколько национальностей в Казахстане живет?
Juz Otoz. Juz Otoz. It's not only a Kazakh city for me, it's an international city. You have a lot of different architecture style. You have European, Asian style, Arabic style, Chinese style. So for me, it's a city for everyone. As a foreigner, it's very easy to make friends here because, of course, there are not a lot of foreigners. So people will come to you, will try to talk to you, will be interested in you, actually. So it was really very easy for me to meet other people, like mainly Kazakh people. And they were surprised that I know some Russian, some Kazakh. I think people are very friendly in this city. Like, people are very helpful, and they are very surprised in a good way that foreigners are coming to this city. But of course they are speaking Russian and they are speaking Kazakh to me. and I'm trying to have conversation with them. It's getting more and more, getting easier and easier with time, and it's really interesting. It's, I think the fastest way to learn the language is to live in the country and being able to talk with the local people. And with my friend it's very good because we are speaking English, we are speaking Russian and Kazakh. So yeah, they are helping me with a lot of stuff. And a lot of Kazakh people, like from the young generation, they want to go to America, they want to go to Europe. But as Westerners, we also want to go in a foreign country. So some people are going to Asia, some people are going to Africa, sometimes even in Dubai. My choice was to be in Astana. For me, it's a fresh start because I'm coming from the old country where everything is old, everything has a lot of history, maybe a little bit too much. In this city, it feels like a brand new version of New York. Like at the beginning, when everything was yet to be built. So it feels like a dynamic city which needs to continue to develop itself. I saw a lot of pictures of Astana before. It was already impressive. But when I arrived there for the first time, I was amazed by the scale of the city. It was so much bigger than in my imagination. Like Bayterek, Akorda, the gold towers, the pyramids, everything was so much bigger than in my imagination. I sent a lot of pictures to my dad before to show him that everything was good there, that my life was pleasant. So he was really interested in visiting the city where I'm living. And he's really impressed right now to be there and to see that this city is very modern and is more futuristic than a lot of other cities in the world. So it's a big surprise for a lot of people, like my dad, when they are coming to the city to see that actually Astana is a very unique city. So my plan for the moment is to continue to increase my Russian and Kazakh level and to know perfectly the city. After that, I may find a job in the city, you know, like in business, because I was working in business previously, maybe as a teacher, who knows. I think there are a lot of opportunities for people like me. But first I want just to like take some long time vacation, holidays, before going to the next step. Actually, now I have my private life is in Astana because my girlfriend lives in Astana, so for the moment I plan to stay there. I will come back sometimes to my country in France to visit some of my relatives. I've really fell in love with this country, with the culture, with the language, and especially with the city of Astana. Because for me it has always been a fascination. It's like the feelings that you have when your dreams are becoming true. You know, when you are fulfilling your dreams, you feel like a huge satisfaction, and you don't want to go back actually. I had a lot of expectation about Astana. I was of course a bit afraid that Astana may not be the city that I was dreaming of, but actually it was even more.